Hey folks, we're back for our third and final installment of Esther Explains, the podcast series. Today, my friend Fionn is here to chat to you about his experience. Fionn, let's start with hearing a bit about you.
Hi Esther, I just turned 17 last month. I identify as transgender and my pronouns are he, him.
Fionn, what can you tell us about your experience as a young person in this community?
Some of it is fantastic and some of it not so much. I have a group of friends who are mostly queer and we always have the best fun.
How about the not so fantastic stuff? Could you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, well, school is not so great. I try not to take any notice, but I'm not out to anyone in school. The other people in school, they just know that I'm not the same. There's been some really hurtful things put online and they won't say it's directly about me, but everyone in my class knows it is. And honestly, I just really can't wait to get out the door and not look back.
Oh, is it that bad?
Sometimes there are okay moments, but a lot of the time I'm just feeling like quite stressed and worried about what will be said or laughing. It's the laughing that's the hardest.
So people in school, they use your dead name and old pronouns and that?
They do because I'm not out and I can't be. It's just not really safe in my school.
How does that make you feel when you hear your dead name?
Honestly, it just makes my skin crawl. Like I want to climb out of my body. I feel frustrated a lot.
How about your family? Do they know?
I'm out to some parts of my family. My nanny knows. I live with her and she's amazing.
That's cool. How did you come out to her?
Well, I think she always knew something was different. Growing up, she would allow me to pick my own clothes and the toys I got as a kid. She never really cared and just let me be me. And then when I was 14, it was like some random Saturday in town. We were outside Penny's waiting for my uncle to collect us. And this guy going in said, "Sorry, boy." And I just looked at my nan and told her. I said, "You know I am a boy." And she just goes, "I know, love." And she gave me a massive hug. And I just remember that moment going, whatever happens, I have her. So when it's just us at home, she calls me Fionn and says things like, "my boy," and I love that.
That's so sweet, Fionn. And how about the others in your family?
I'm not ready to lose them yet, and I'm afraid that's what will happen, that coming out could cost me my family.
That's incredibly hard. I don't think people understand how difficult it is to risk this.
It's so scary, but I don't have a choice in who I am, but I can't change that.
And we wouldn't change you. Trans is beautiful, and I know that what you said today will speak to so many young people figuring out their own identity. Could we finish up with some advice about what schools and other adults in our lives could do to make things easier for trans young people?
People should just be careful about what they say about the community. You never know who's hearing a slur or a hateful comment. Make your bathroom gender neutral. It's such a simple fix and it takes away a lot of anxiety going to school. The last thing I'd say is if you hear a kid saying something homophobic and transphobic to just shut it down there and then. Then you're not just speaking to the person who said it, you're also speaking to the queer or trans kid who might be listening, you know?
Absolutely. Zero tolerance for any kind of hurtful or hateful language.
Yeah, exactly.
Fionn, thank you so much. You've been a legend. Don't forget, folks, you can catch earlier episodes of this podcast and season 1 of Esther Explains on LINC.ie. Until next time, adios, folks, and remember, don't be a butt.